everybody, so Brad Dasher here. Wait, let me do this. Hey, me. Anyway, I was watching a video earlier today by someone I can't stand, who his channel offers nothing other than opinions based on emails. So I've been doing a lot of thinking out here driving today. Because the market I'm working in is like extremely saturated. And I've been doing a lot of thinking about people who have been giving opinions about Uber Eats and Grubhub and all that other stuff. And one of the things I will tell you is that I have noticed in my area that DoorDash is still king as far as the orders that are placed are through DoorDash. It's just because up here, I think the advertisement, there's a lot of people that work DoorDash that probably are ordering DoorDash. It's a lot of residential areas, and it's a name that is very popular up here. I've seen Uber Eats, but it's very rare. I very rarely ever run into Uber Eats drivers or whatever, see them out or whatever. So that being said, I'm really disappointed. I'm really disappointed in something that I've been watching. There's a specific channel that was geared towards DoorDash drivers, and now the guy is now specifically driving Uber Eats because right now he's in a honeymoon period. And the thing is that in the area where he works, Uber Eats might be more popular right now. It's kind of like when you had Uber, the driving service, and then Lyft came along. It seemed like Lyft was more geared towards the business people that were coming in, at least in the area that I lived. Apparently Lyft was more busy with business people coming in for conventions and stuff like that. And Uber was the thing that everyone that was drunk hanging out at night, it would be the late night go-to and all that. So that is what it is. Markets are different. So good for that person getting on to Uber Eats and working great for them right now. To me, what happens is, and this is something that I come up with a philosophy about pretty much everything, because I work in the music industry as well. On the that is my full-time job. That is what I do. In fact, the next month I'm going to be gone every week until the very end of the month, and working DoorDash here and there when I'm bored, need money or whatever. But just like every other industry that's out there, is that there's something that comes up that shareholders have a say in what happens with the company, and then things get construed in a way. Corporations figure out ways of pocketing more money for their overhead for themselves. The CEOs can give themselves bonuses, while the little guys that are out here doing that seem to suffer. And the thing is that is a model that works for every industry, works for every single corporation. It is the way things are. And the thing is that if you take one and say that is the problem, we need to start something else, eventually that other one's going to become the problem too. Because things change. Okay? And I think a lot of people get into denial about the way that things work. Okay? So, like I said, and in particular, this person, probably Uber Eats, where they're at, became the popular thing. It depends on the marketing campaigns that are happening in your area. I know that DoorDash went crazy this past year with Super Bowl ads and stuff like that, because I was watching the Super Bowl, and DoorDash was the predominant one, which I think also plays into why in my area DoorDash is still king among these delivery things, because it's just easy. All these people have the tablets or whatever and all that, and whatever promises DoorDash made to them, whatever. I know that with Uber Eats, the delivery charges that they charge a person, because they have the ride share thing as well, they're able to flex the pay, the charges in different ways that DoorDash doesn't. DoorDash is specifically for food delivery. I keep hearing this thing about Instacart being bought by them, so we'll see what happens with that. But you already do. I mean, Walmart's already a shop, and well, it's not really a shopping thing, but it's grocery pickup. You have Walgreens, CVS is doing that. The people actually having Dasher shop like Instacart does, and they're trying to figure out their model to sustain past where they're at right now. It's what all companies do. It might evolve into something else. I've been hearing things about AutoZone orders and stuff like that. I haven't personally experienced it there. They probably haven't rolled it out in my market, so I can't attest to that. Okay? I know I saw a thing about you're supposed to take a test in order to be able to deliver alcohol, but apparently, like in my market, they are waiving that because I've gotten alcohol delivery offers. I tend to not do those because I had one experience of doing that, and it wasn't the funnest thing in the world to do because you had to verify the person's ID, and I just don't like the idea of a possibility of a kid ordering alcohol, having a fake ID, and blah blah blah. I worked in retail, and I've worked in like grocery stores and stuff, and it's not fun dealing with that stuff when people are lying about their ages and they've got fake IDs and stuff like that. So, that is what it is as well. One thing I will give a suggestion on when it comes to figuring out what to do in your area. So I watched a guy, I can't remember his name, a while ago, and he had a really brilliant idea as far as using Google to your advantage. And I can't remember specifically how it is that you do it, but you can actually look up specific searches and you can find out what is the most popular in your area. So particularly, I searched DoorDash when I first started working DoorDash. I searched DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub. And what I did is there's a part on Google where you can go on and you can see in your area, it gives you a percentage of how much each one has been searched in your area. For me, DoorDash was the most popular one. It still seems to be that way. That's based off of what people are researching when it comes to food delivery. So someone goes on Google and they've heard of DoorDash, so they Google DoorDash and they get the app and blah, blah, blah. More people did that with DoorDash than they did with Uber Eats, and they did that more than they did with Grubhub. Okay? Grubhub, I've seen maybe 2 people in the past 10 months. Grubhub is not busy. It's oversaturated in my market too anyway, and I have no idea what the amount of drivers is that they need. Anyway, so that being said, there's research you can do, and it's specific to your market. And yes, I would love to get with Uber Eats and have a multi-apping situation. I have Postmates, which was bought out by Uber Eats. It's called Fleet or whatever. I also have Amazon Prime or whatever that Flex. Yeah, Amazon Flex. Never done an Amazon Flex order, but I do have approval to do it if I want to do it. And I've looked into it. It seems like a cool thing if I had the blocks of time that they want, that I didn't have anything going on, but most of the time it's when I have things specifically going on. So that takes me out of the game with that. Uber, like I said earlier today, I found out that my car apparently is too old. Just because based off the age from the insurance and all that stuff and all that, so whatever. That is what it is. But like I said, in particular in my area, it seems like DoorDash is still king. I made relatively good money considering the amount of hours that I worked today. I was not able to get onto a whole lot of shifts because there are just so many people working DoorDash in my area, and I saw quite a few of them tonight. And yeah, once again, I'm going to go with my video earlier, the quantity over quality thing. I had one guy who was cussing out the girl because he had been sitting there for a while, and I unassigned my order as soon as that happened. I was like, I am not staying in this restaurant because clearly this guy's mad. There was another woman yelling at, but she wasn't a DoorDash driver. This person who was yelling at the person I'm talking about was a DoorDash driver. And he just was frustrated. He's like, I've been here for 25 minutes. What the fuck is going on? It's like, in the end, we need to rise above what the circumstances are presenting. You have a problem with that, leave. That's what I did. As soon as I saw that he had a problem and he was getting that way, I was not about to put myself in that position, and I unassigned myself from the order and I went on my way. Took a while to get another order. One thing I will say is that today there was a bunch of hidden tips, and the thing too is that, like I had presented a while ago, is look at the subtotals on the orders now. It's showing $0.00. So there's another form of non-transparency that DoorDash is doing. Okay? And it's frustrating. Where that came from, I have no idea. But I will tell you that today I never had an order, except for my very first one today, never had an order that didn't have a hidden tip or wasn't at least $10 or more. Okay? So I had to decline a lot. And as I've said, things have changed. And it looks different than it was before. You didn't have to decline quite as much because the payouts were bigger, but it's 50 cents. The change was 50 cents in my market. It went from $3 to $2.50. And I had dealt with people on YouTube that were saying they were getting base pay of $5 was the average. And it's like, I wish I had that in my area. So I'm still making about average for what it's always been in this area. Multi-apping, yeah, maybe I might get more. I did that once with Postmates, and it did not offer anything better, so Postmates is not really popular up here anyway. It's like it came and went, they did not advertise, and with Uber purchasing them, you figured that they would have pushed it because it was smaller payouts, and the app was a little bit different. So be careful when you go into things, because there are always honeymoon periods where it seems like it's so much better. And granted, the app might be better, but also be careful, because an app, anything that is set to compete with something eventually turns into that which it's competing against. It's just inevitable. So that's all I got for tonight. I'm probably going to continue working. I'm not sure. I got another dash scheduled, but we'll see what happens with that. It's kind of getting to like closing time for a lot of places up here. But anyway, that's my 2 cents. I work today, so I don't have to work tomorrow. So I won't be here tomorrow. I'm taking the day off for the family. I made the decision that I would just need to do that. Been dealing with a lot of depression issues and stuff and all that this past week, and it's been rough. Got a lot of things going on in my personal life that are just scary. So, but I'm getting through it. Can't run from it. I'm gonna do the best that I can for my family, and gonna continue working as hard as I can, no matter the outcome. So, see you guys later. Probably see you on Sunday.